Hello guys, welcome back to another video. 8 phase video is here. Today I'm gonna be try not to laugh challenge. We have 3 lives. By the way, thanks for thanks for 581 subscribers, guys. Okay, thinking Lincoln, if you're watching this video, please comment on this video. Your thumbnail is a tiger forest and a blue creeper. Can you comment? By the way, March 6th is my birthday. Fake Minecraft speedruns. Yup. This is gonna be funny. You know why I watched this one to this far? Because I was gonna do this reacting video from my tablet, but it said storage is full. Not so Sigma. Okay.
Oh my god, no way! I got the luckiest Minecraft seed!
These are the funniest fake Minecraft speedruns. Like, comment, and subscribe. This speedrun is very legitimate. Their microphone quality, though, is not.
Alright guys,
Guys, I already watched this, but I think I'm gonna laugh.
we're doing speedrun! Alright, let's just create a new world!
Just look at this.
Also, I didn't play Minecraft for 15 years. Last time I played Marshton wasn't born yet.
It is another speedrun that sounds like they recorded with a potato. The speedrunner opens up Minecraft, revealing a little bit about them. Amazing seed in creative mode, amazing seed in survival. This is extremely suspicious. But the speedrunner does create a normal, legitimate survival Minecraft world. Unfortunately, though, the speedrunner spawns into their new world, and it says your game mode has been updated to survival, and there is entity.player.name health bar at the top. What in tarnation? And out of the blue, a countdown timer appears on the top right of the screen. Buddy, that is not how a Minecraft speedrun world record works. And oh man, they're singing some sort of speedrun music while they're breaking this tree. Now, this cat in the corner of the screen, take a note because this cat is going to be very important very soon.
What is that name tag over there? Oh, I've seen rumors about magic cats in the new Minecraft swamp. Oh my god, it's real. Oh, it's the holy cat. Oh, it's flying.
This speedrun is hilarious because the speedrunner runs into their friend, morphed as a cat floating into the sky.
We can't see the name tag already, bro.
Any funnier. The cat is dropping diamonds,
This
gold
not a
ingots.
cat
The cat is
behavior.
putting on netherite armor, and it looks so ridiculous. Then the cat just flies off into the distance. Absolute cinema. I think the speedrunner is attempting building a nether portal. So they light their nether portal, entering the nether. But what is this? What is war vehicles? Well, the speedrunner spawns into the nether, at which point there is a very suspicious cut showing syntax error, unexpected, at /game mode. The speedrunner is clearly up to no good. This is so fake. And hang on a second, what is that? Is that their friend morphed into a blaze? It is so goofy. The speedrunner's friend floats up into the sky as a blaze, dropping tons of blaze rods. And then their friend suddenly turns into an enderman holding I don't even know what. What in the world is that? Is that a Star Wars blaster? Is that a weapon of mass destruction? And the enderman is giving tons of ender
How
pearls.
did your
Well, the
skin
speedrunner
change?
creates Eyes of Ender. Returning to the overworld, they throw a single Eye of Ender, and is that a cat floating in the middle of the sky? What in tarnation? Well, this next moment, you're just gonna have to witness it for yourself, and a big warning to headphone users. Now's the time to turn your volume down.
Oh.
Goofy ass scream.
My sound of telekinesis, echolocation, whatever that is. Oh my god, It just sent me here in the mighty stronghold.
Yeah, that's right.
Bro, if the explosion sent you to this stronghold, there needed to be a flying animation. You just got teleported like an Enderman.
The speedrunner is having a conniption. They're
A telekinesis.
We
I
can
picture whatever
already
that is.
see
Oh
your
my God,
game mode
it just
has
sent
been
me here
updated to
in the mighty
survival.
stronghold.
Yeah, that's right. The speedrunner is having
Cheer.
a conniption. They're screaming at the top of their lungs, and out of nowhere, there's a blatant, shameless cut, and they're in the stronghold. Another goofy cut. The speedrunner has just appeared
Again.
in the portal room, so they fill the portal with eyes, and the cat reappears. But it's only at the end of this
Roll
fake
teleport.
Minecraft speedrun that the speedrunners figure out how to hide the name tags, which I think is hilarious. Nope, never mind. The name tag is still there. It just continues getting worse
Okay.
because the cat is floating in the sky, building a
vehicle.
bridge to the end island
You're
for the
gonna see
speedrunner.
this
Totally
one.
legit. And if you think it can't get any crazier, it does. The cat spawns a fighter jet.
Oh my God! Is that the mighty Su-30?
I know, this is
Oh,
more
you guys are doing
vehicles mod.
missiles? Fire!
Goofy at equals Ender Dragon.
Fire!
Goofy at
This
equals
speedrun is
Ender
absolutely
Dragon.
hilarious. The speedrunner is running around in the most unrealistic Su-30 fighter jet
We're
while
just
his
gonna
friend is zooming around
skip
as the most
this, okay.
This speed
Here are 5 reasons why Code Monkey is great for your children.
Bro, I'm
It
just via my
or Android
viewers
using the
are
link in the description. This speedrunner starts off in a vehicle. I must have missed a
It's
lot of
not a
updates.
speedrun.
This speedrun is totally legit. They create their world,
Okay.
they've got a timer, and there's a frog just hanging out. But take note here because this frog is gonna be very, very important. This speedrunner literally picks the frog up, puts it into
It's
their hotbar,
impossible.
and starts using it like a weapon. How many Minecraft updates has it been? Is this a new feature? They are twirling around this tree until they literally fling themselves across the
Bop.
world, landing directly into a village. Wow, that is so lucky. So the speedrunner exits the water, and right in front of them is an iron golem. At which point the
Okay.
speedrunner uses the frog to reach out towards the iron golem
Whoa,
with the frog's
whoa.
tongue, starts flinging the iron golem all over the place, giving it
How
tons of
did-
damage. They get an
Okay, how did it get damaged? If an iron fall, I don't know, guys.
iron ingot, they get a log from the tree, and
But iron golems can't take fall damage. They literally
holy
can't
cow,
take
the
fall
frog
damage.
just crafted a pickaxe, and now it's
Okay.
twirling around, digging so far down into the ground, bringing lava back up to the surface level. I cannot believe my eyes.
what the-
The speedrunner then uses their frog to... Wait, what just happened to that
What
wandering
just
trader?
happened?
Oh my goodness, they are shooting out obsidian into the lava. The
Lightning
speedrunner
rod.
uses their frog gun to consume an iron golem and craft a lightning rod, at which
Bap.
point lightning just randomly strikes, lighting the nether portal. This is the craziest RNG I have ever
I
witnessed
haven't
in my
watched
entire life.
this.
But hang on a second here. I think something's fake about this speedrun because the
yo,
timer
chill,
suddenly is
chill.
sped up. Very suspicious. In the nether, the frog gun
Suspicious.
goes crazy. The tongues reach out towards all the piglins. The speedrunner is whacking them all over the ground.
What?
And with each hit, they are dropping tons of ender pearls. The speedrunner's frog reaches out, picks up all the ender pearls. It eats a fire charge from the ghast, using the fire charge to
Hey,
fling
yo.
the speedrunner across the lava lake, eating the
What?
ghast, using the ghast to bounce off of the surface of the lava. And wow, how lucky, they find a blaze. Wait a second, why is the
How?
speedrunner putting their frog down? The frog eats the blaze, or most of the blaze, crafting some sort of helicopter from the blaze rods. The speedrunner and the frog and the helicopter slash through the blaze, churning through the blocks of netherrack.
What the?
Going directly through bedrock and the void, somehow passing through bedrock in the overworld, digging right through the ground up to the
How?
surface. This is truly the craziest speedrun I have ever seen. At this point, the frog releases an
Why
eye of
the
ender.
timer
Is the frog
stop?
speedrunning Minecraft, door is the speedrunner. The frog reaches its tongue out towards the eye bender, once again rotating, flying across the map, and we got the iron pickaxe tool back, mining through the ground directly into the stronghold. And holy cow, that is the portal room. What in tarnation? The frog ejects the eyes of Ender towards the end portal, but hang on a second, the end portal was just destroyed. What is the speedrunner gonna do here? Well, the speedrunner digs back up to the surface, and the frog elongates its tongue into the stratosphere. Suddenly, the screen is shaking, and oh my goodness, it brings the end island to the overworld. How is any of this possible? So the speedrunner flings up to the end island. The frog starts snatching up the end crystals, one by one, shooting end crystals at the dragon, killing the ender dragon. But hang on a second, how long has the timer been going backwards for?
I
Man,
know that.
this guy is cheating. What's going on though? The speedrunner literally is turning the entire world into the void in world record time of 1 minute and 12 seconds. Totally legit. This speedrunner spawns into a very
Minecraft
lucky
really,
Minecraft world. Is that a desert temple directly across from them? Wow. But something here is very off. Why are they level 299? We're about to find out. The speedrunner immediately turns around, revealing a ruined nether portal. Very, very lucky. They open up the chest next to the ruined nether portal, taking a block, obsidian, and flint and steel. So they fill the portal, lighting the nether portal in record time, entering the nether. And wow, this seed truly is the luckiest I've ever seen.
What is that ghast? What is that ghast? Goofy Aghast.
They have a bastion and a
Literally.
fortress right across from this lava lake.
Okay.
Unfortunately, though, the
Look.
speedrunner is doing a technique that I am not familiar with, purposefully falling into lava. They could die here, but the speedrunner explores the bastion, getting some gold blocks. They trade their golden blocks with the piglin, getting 8 ender pearls, which is extremely good RNG, and at this point, they use one of their ender pearls to enter the fortress.
Okay.
The speedrunner immediately finds a blaze, getting 2 blaze rods, and in a jiffy, they create Eyes of Ender, and they are on their way out of here. We are witnessing a professional at work. The speedrunner uses an ender pearl to cross the map towards a very specific location, digging down into the water, and they find a stronghold. Not only that, landing directly into the portal room. What incarnation? So they fill the portal with Eyes of Ender, entering the end. And wow, this seed is crazy. That's an end city. They are breaking the crystals in record time, killing the ender dragon in just a few hits, beating Minecraft in world record time, 44 seconds and 35 milliseconds. Holy cow. This speedrun, everything seems legitimate and normal at first. The world is loading up, they have a timer.
Animal animation. Animal. Whoa.
A timer. They spawn in, but oh no. They're level 16.
Oh,
They're
no,
selecting the
the
middle of
same
their
guy
hotbar.
again.
Set on game mode to survival. This is clearly fake. The speedrunner turns around, and not only is there a village right behind them, but
2 ads. What just happened?
not only is there a village right behind them, but there's also 3 iron golems just hanging around. And what's worse is this speedrunner somehow is able to defeat this iron golem with just a few hits with the hand. Totally legit. Then the second iron golem, they're able to kill it in a single hit. Are you kidding me? Getting 7 iron ingots from a single golem. Well, after these very lucky series of events, the speedrunner enters a villager house, and inside there's 64 oak logs. So they turn some of those oak logs into planks, making a crafting table, making an iron chest plate, helmet, boots, leggings. Then everything gets cranked up to wumbo. In the distance, as the speedrunner is exploring this village, they find one of the luckiest structures in all of mankind. The village house. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it myself. Inside the village house is an ender chest with loot loot as far as the eye can see. What in tarnation?
What
So
in
the speedrunner
tarnation?
spends a few
For
moments
real.
upgrading all of their gear to netherite, and they continue looting the
Bro,
village,
you
opening
don't
up a
need to
chest
get this
that has
OP
the
for
most
the dragon
unrealistic
for-
fake loot I've ever seen. It just keeps getting
This
worse.
doesn't
Emerald
spawn in
blacks,
the village,
golden carrots, enchanted golden apples. What a load of barnacles. What's even worse is the speedrunner breaks a block in the house, and underneath is just a villager trapped down there. What in the world? And the villager farmer is leveled up to the master level. Yeah, right. If you think it can't get worse, it does. The speedrunner continues exploring this village, and they find a lava pool. Wait, why are they jumping into the lava? Yeah, underneath the lava is a bunch of water leading to literally the world's fakest nether portal I have ever seen. Pre-lit.
How?
Wow, at world
This
record time.
making
The
me
speedrunner
laugh.
enters the nether, and behind them is just such a load of barnacles. What in tarnation? A nether fortress and a bastion right in front of them. So the speedrunner enters the bastion,
How?
opening a very specific chest in the bastion, revealing usual loot except
Netherite
for a
sword.
netherite sword with unbreaking 3,
I
sharpness 5,
left? Okay, one
sweeping
life
edge
left.
3, mending, and looting 3. Totally legit. Well, at this
Totally
point, the
legit.
speedrunner throws an ender
Yup.
pearl towards the fortress, almost dying in the process. And within
Oh.
seconds of getting into the fortress, the speedrunner almost immediately finds a blaze spawner. Get a load of this guy. The speedrunner shreds through these wither skeletons after killing one blaze, very clearly gets 2 blaze rods until there is a very suspicious cut, and all of a sudden out of the blue, the speedrunner
How?
has 64 blaze rods. What in tarnation? Well, around the 3-minute mark, the speedrunner returns to the nether portal, but when they return to the overworld, they are in a completely different location. This speedrun is so miserably fake, it's funny. Well, the speedrunner builds
Okay,
up on top of the
funny.
tree line, throwing a single Eye of Ender, and wow, would you look at that? The Eye of Ender goes directly down in front of
No.
them, as if the stronghold is like, oh, I don't know, right beneath them. Well, yeah, that's sort of exactly what happens. The speedrunner digs directly down.
What?
Yeah.
Is this video
That's sort of
glitch?
exactly what happens. The speedrunner digs directly down into the ground, finding the stronghold, finding the portal room
Wait a
within
sec.
seconds of exploring the stronghold, and the end portal is
How?
completely lit. Oh, brother. This speedrun is getting cranked up to an 11 because when they get into the end, there is a very convenient staircase waiting for the speedrunner, greeting them as they enter
How?
the end. So the speedrunner goes up this staircase, purling up to the obsidian pillars, breaking all of the crystals, and as soon as the speedrunner breaks the last crystal, the dragon conveniently perches. Suspicious. So the speedrunner pearls down to the center of the end island, getting their bed ready, but hold on a second. Did you see that? In a split second, while the speedrunner purled down to the end island, the ender dragon just suddenly lost almost half of its health bar.
How?
And on top of that, there's already obsidian built in the center of the end island. What in tarnation? And then in
What
the few
in
frames that the
tarnation?
speedrunner opens up their inventory to get another bed, what in the world? Where did all of these beds come from? Buddy literally went to a furniture store and stole all the beds. And what's crazy is the speedrunner's timing on the bed breaking is terrible. My grandma could do better than that. You have to break the beds as the dragon is making the turn on the corner. It doesn't matter if this speedrunner is bad or not, because after using up almost half of the beds, the speedrunner kills the ender dragon, beating Minecraft in world record time. Wow, I am so not impressed. This speedrun
Ha!
seems normal at first. No, never mind, it does not. Saving replay file? What in the world?
What?
What's even worse
This
is
is the
their
replay-
audio is terrible.
Guys, saving replay file. This is a mod for Minecraft Java Edition that saves your record, I guess. What?
They are for sure recording with a toaster oven. Why are they recording their speedrun with replay mod? And why is there a chest built into that tree? Oh, we are in for a wild ride. Well, the speedrunner stops recording for some unknown reason, and a timer just appears on the top right of their screen. And when the speedrunner approaches this chest, what in tarnation is in the ocean? I am so excited to break this one down. The speedrunner starts breaking a log as if they don't notice this chest, and their reaction to the chest is just hilarious.
What? There's a chest right here. Oh, there's so much stuff.
Yeah, inside, loaves of bread, enchanted golden apples, eyes of ender, a book, netherite weapon and armor. The speedrunner opens up the book, and it says, "Look for an X in the sea."
With a local team based in Dubai, Forex.com gives you easy access to CFD markets across
sea. And not shortly after, the speedrunner is zooming into the ocean, revealing an X marks the spot. How lucky. So the speedrunner swims under the sea. But hang on a second, what is the speedrunner doing?
I have a pickaxe. Wait. Why is the squid looking at me like that? Oh my gosh, he just dropped a pickaxe from me, what?
Yeah, the speedrunner is trying to distract me, thinking that I wouldn't notice that they just made an excruciatingly obvious cut. And they're trying to convince me that what? The squid dropped a pickaxe in the water? In your dreams. So the speedrunner does break this X marks the spot, but they are running out of air very quickly. So they return to the surface, at which point there is another painful cut, and there's a door and a water bucket just floating around in the ocean, having a blast. So the speedrunner uses their newly found tools, capitalizing on this very lucky speedrun, and they dig directly into the stronghold. Why am I not surprised? After exploring the stronghold for just a few moments, the speedrunner comes across a sign that reads, "Close your eyes," and there is another cut. And wow, would you look at that, it's the portal room. So yeah, the speedrunner is trying to convince us to close our eyes while they make the worst cuts in the world. They fill the end portal with Eyes of Ender, entering the end in world record time, holy cow. But while the speedrunner is fighting the Enderman and the dragon, they somehow manage to die by accident and cut it out. Well, the speedrunner is building around the end island with obsidian, breaking the end crystals, just struggling to kill the Ender Dragon until they pull off a 360, make another shameless cut, and the dragon is dead. And they die. And the scream at the end of the footage is just hilarious.
Oh, just like that, guys. We just won. Let's go, guys. This is so easy. I don't know.
This speedrun starts off, and they are breaking a tree. Now, everything here seems very, very normal. They turn their oak logs into planks, making a crafting table, and they make a wooden sword. But as soon as the speedrunner turns around, what in the world am I looking at? A destroyed village, a bunch of TNT? What in tarnation? Is that the Wither in front of them? Then, out of nowhere, the speedrunner is doing like a parkour challenge. At the end of it, finding a large copper chest that has a ton of Eyes of Ender in it. The speedrunner then gets into a boat sailing off of the roof of a villager house. Hang on a second, what is happening to the sheep that they just walked by? The speedrunner enters that has a ton of Eyes of Ender in it. The speedrunner then gets into a boat sailing off of the roof of a villager house. Hang on a second, what is happening to the sheep that they just walked by? The speedrunner enters a seemingly random villager house, and inside there is a lever. Upon flicking this switch, a secret trap door opens up. The speedrunner drops down into it, landing into water, and there is literally a powered minecart system directly into the end portal. Now that the speedrunner is in the end, they are greeted by a very conveniently placed staircase up to the surface level, and you're gonna want to brace yourself because this next moment is so goofy. It is their friend with the Ender Dragon head on, just dancing, busting out a jig. So the speedrunner's placing blocks of TNT, the Walmart Ender Dragon is placing down end portal frames, and they enter into another end portal, which I don't